Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sabanson and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. And we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today, man, we got a very serious show for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel here. So we're going to be talking about Ja Morant. Yesterday, we did a live on it. During the trade deadline, there were so many stories, and I actually cut short the Ja Morant live because we heard the news that the Clippers were looking to trade Kawhi Leonard. So I abruptly cut that short, immediately went live again thinking that was going to happen, but then it didn't happen, right? But before doing that Kawhi live, we were talking about Ja and the situation that he finds himself in. And it's incredible, really, when you sit back and think about it. Ja Morant went from being the eminent face of the NBA after Zion messed up the bag, right? Zion is not even a Jordan athlete anymore. And Ja Morant was supposed to be the next guy. They had so much faith in this guy that Nike was willing to drop their contract or end their contract with Kyrie Irving and give Ja Morant his own shoe. The NBA was practically or pretty much trying to put the league on a silver platter for this guy. And Ja Morant looked at all of that and said, you know what can I do to mess this up for myself? And then he started exhibiting disturbing behavior from a guy that didn't grow up in that environment and was in line to earn $1 billion sooner than LeBron James did. That's the trajectory that Ja was on. Then he starts riding around with pistols, flashing them in the car, and I think in a club. And then he got in trouble once, 2 times, 3 times. And then before you know it, the NBA said this guy is a problematic guy. They stopped marketing him, etc., etc., etc. Then the situation with him in Memphis began to deteriorate. And then we heard that Ja and Memphis were looking to part ways. And then we started hearing rumors of Ja Morant going to the Miami Heat. We did a show where they said he bought a property out there. So heading into the trade deadline that just passed yesterday, I thought that Ja was going to get traded. But then we started hearing reports of Ja Morant has no trade value in the sense that nobody wants him. Nobody wants him. And during our live, I just came across a video of Kendrick Perkins talking about this on ESPN alongside Brian Windhorst and Kenny Smith. And Kendrick Perkins went on this rant against Ja Morant, but I think he was 100% in bounds with it because someone needed to say it. It has gotten to this point where somebody needs to step up and say it like that. Before we even get into what Perkins had to say, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. PrizePicks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least 2 for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week I'm really looking forward to some of these upcoming games. This week I'm picking Stephen Curry for more than 29 points. I'm picking Kevin Durant for more than 27 points. I'm picking Giannis Antetokounmpo for more than 12 rebounds. And I'm picking Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me, and you like to play it safe, you'll love PrizePicks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, PrizePicks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. All right, so what we want to do is we want to play what Kendrick Perkins had to say about Ja Morant's future in the NBA on ESPN, and then we're going to come back and react to his comments. Take a listen to Kendrick Perkins here.
I usually joke when I say this little saying, 1 foot in the grave, the other on the banana peel, but I'm dead serious when I say this. That's the situation when it comes down to Ja. He has 1 foot on the grave, the other on the banana peel when it comes down to his career. Ja Morant better wake the hell up Because in 2 years after this contract, he could find himself out the league. It is disturbing to hear that a guy that we're talking about former Rookie of the Year, all NBA player, all-stars, a guy that was on the verge of being the face of the league, and a team can't trade you. They can't trade you. Nobody wants you. And they're telling teams that, hey, if we get you, y'all gotta put something in there in the first round. It should be the other way around. And if this not a wake-up call for Ja, I don't know what else is going to open his eyes, right? Because you think that your value is high. You think, hey, if Memphis, you're not the place, I'm Ja Morant. Nah, that's not the case no more. And that's when you look at the bigger picture. Forget the fact that they can't trade him. That's one side of it. But we're talking about a guy that's a supermax player that's on the verge of no team wanting him and possibly could be out the league in the next 2 years.
Excellent. So you heard what Kendrick had to say. What are my thoughts about this? This is not a big enough story. It's not a big enough story. And the reason I'm saying that is Ja Morant, if he's not careful, his story is going to turn into a cautionary tale. Because we're literally watching somebody throw away an opportunity of a lifetime. And it's all his doing. And then, of course, you had enablers out there. Man, it's not illegal to bear firearms in Memphis. And I'm like, bro, he's being employed by a private organization and a league that doesn't want that associated with his product. Some people just couldn't wrap their heads around that concept. They want to live by their own rules, but still cash in the mega bucks. Doesn't work like that. Even the gangsters in the streets were confused with Ja Morant's beat. Even them, they were confused. You had various gangsters doing interviews like, I don't understand this. You think we're running around with pistols and doing all of these things because we like it? You think we like living in environments where there's danger and uncertainty and you never know who's coming after you? You think we enjoy this? We do this because this is the way to survive. You have made it out and you're trying to find your way to where we are. Even the gangsters were confused. They didn't get it. It's like you won in life and now you're trying to throw it all away. And now it has gotten to the point where no team in the NBA was interested in trade. No, not one team. Not one team. A guy that's 2 or 3 years removed from potentially becoming the face of the NBA to now that no team wants to trade for him. And you can understand it because, look, you know, I hope it's not as dire as what Kendrick Perkins is saying, because essentially what he's saying is a little too late. It's a little too late. And Ja still does have 2 years on his contract, but for no team, a guy as young as him to show any interest in him, that must be a sobering moment. And I'm sure it sent shockwaves through him and his entire camp. If this is not a wake-up call, I don't know what is. If this is not a wake-up call, I don't know what is. There was a quote that I heard, and I thought it was so powerful. I think the motivational speaker that said it was Eric Thomas. And he said something that really, I think, is apropos to this moment here. He said, your talent will take you places that your character can't keep you. Think about that. Your talent will take you places that your character can't keep you. That's a very powerful statement. A very, very powerful statement. And that's what we're witnessing here. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts in the comments and we catch you on the next show. Peace.